Welcome to Jack Trice Stadium in Ames, Iowa, where the Cardinal and Gold gathering strength as they gear up to support their Iowa State Cyclones. Today, we have one of those games that tests your focus. Top 25 team against an unranked opponent. Can you take care of business? As we'll see a squad from the ACC, the Georgia Tech Yellow Jackets, taking on the 20th ranked team in the land, the Iowa State Cyclones. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, let's get this thing started. The Yellow Jackets have been waiting, and finally the moment is coming and the opening of the season. And he's going to bring it out. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. So Iowa State's return man hardly helped out the offense with that one. And here comes their veteran leader. He has been through the battle, guys, and there are plenty of expectations this season.
Yeah, and there should be expectations. This guy's been around a long time, knows the systems, knows the players. Everybody's going to have to believe in him for this year to be a good.
And he will be sacked at the 6-yard line.
And you can tell this offense wanted to create a little bit of space being backed up, but how about the D? Coming out firing on all cylinders, getting the sack on the very first one.
Fires to the big fella. And that is good versatility there, and a big hit from the backer in pass coverage.
I'll say this, man. In college football, you see a lot of bad tackling. You didn't see it right there. That was an awesome job. First off, being there at the point of attack. Once the tight end made the catch, there was no doubt he was going down. Great job form tackle.
On 3rd and long, he'll have to turn it loose deep. Fires deep on the run. And that pass picked off. Got room on the return. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. This crowd, full throat, splitting the eardrums and letting them know it's going to be a long day. Pulled down after a pickup of 6, but he gets it inside the red zone. It's down at the 15.
Keep pounding away at this defense and make them play the run. If you can get this many a chunk, they're going to have to commit more guys to the box, more guys to the run. Then you open it up for the passing game.
On 2nd down, he'll let it fly. He got a hand in there, knocks it away, incomplete.
A lot of times when that ball's coming out, you can tell the offensive linemen want to get those defensive linemen's hands down. They want to hit them, engage on them. Great job by the defensive end, getting his hands up in the air and getting the deflection.
This crowd knows this defense needs them right now. They want to throw it. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up. And they'll send out the field goal unit. He got it. And with that, they break the seal on the scoring. It's 3-0. So the kickoff team is out there ready to boot it away after putting up a field goal. Let's see what the defense can do. Fielded in the end zone, it's Williams. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. Iowa State has the ball back. The Cyclones ready to go on offense. Boy, they hope this next drive is more productive after throwing a pick last time, Jesse.
Yeah, and the coaches did a good job on the sideline there, just talking to the young quarterback and making sure he's able to turn the page, calm him down, to go out and refocus this drive.
Yeah, and some people do that better than others, but you got to show some trust in him. Maybe get the ground game going, help around him a little bit with this system.
Looking to move it through the air. Dumps it off in the flats. And that will go backwards. A negative play, and that defense on high alert that time.
You know, you got to be careful as a QB throwing to your running back in man coverage. If there's a linebacker draped all over him, then that ball's not going anywhere. And you just saw it right there. Better play by the defense.
On 2nd down, looking again to throw. Fires to the wideout. And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical in pass deep. Probably the toughest call on the play sheet. 3rd and long. Ball's at the 25. From the gun, wants to pass. Just threw that one away to avoid disaster.
Defense has been looking so good on this drive so far. They already set up 3rd and long, and now they take all the throws away down the field. Great job in coverage. Great job reading the QB's eyes. So there's nowhere for him to go with it. He's got to throw it away.
He's brought down, but a really solid effort to pick up every bit of yardage he could on the punt return. Georgia Tech has the ball back, and here comes the Yellow Jacket offense. They've got the lead here. Last time they settled for a field goal, but David got to find that balance between being aggressive and careful. And I've got a lot of running room. He's at the 10, and he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Georgia Tech!
Man, how hard is it to defend when you have a weapon like this at running back that can play wide receiver? You can design ways to get the football in his hand. Palmer, once you get it in his hands, he'll do the rest.
Yeah, no doubt. I mean, and oftentimes those are easier throws for quarterbacks. And these running backs, they're just naturally so good when they have the football out in space. Their vision, their creativity, their ability to make people miss. And this guy showed you right there a difficult guy to stop now if you're this defense moving forward.
And with the extra point, they're now up by a touchdown and a field goal at 10. That's the kind of drive everybody loves. OC, quarterback, one snap, put it in the end zone. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. He'll bring it out. It's Williams. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out in the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Iowa State sending the offense back out. They hope to be able to cash in on this drive, David, after having to punt it last time.
Yeah, and I think this offense needs to start it with the first play. You need to be successful and productive on that first play, and it gets you in less predictable situations.
No doubt, too. Don't you just feel like there's a little bit more sense of urgency on this drive? It just feels like they've got to be able to put some points up on the board here.
The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. The offense lining up for a first down play. Here's the snap, itching to fire downfield. Gets it out quickly. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. 2nd down coming up. He's looking to throw. They've got the screen set up. Didn't have much room to run and not a whole lot of help. Short gain there and still plenty of ground to cover for the first down. A 3rd and long coming up here. From the gun, wants to pass. Snares it outside. It's Siegel.
And quarterback dropping back, understanding I'm getting zone coverage. All I got to do is be a little bit patient, manipulate that defense a little bit. My wide receiver runs that drag, and I get the first down.
4th down, and the punt team sends it the other way. He gets a block. Looking for running room. He'll get it to the 43-yard line before he's stopped. The Ramblin' Wreck offense rolls back onto the field. A quick strike touchdown up top the last time they had it, Jesse. They'd love to do it again.
No doubt. They've got so many playmakers on the perimeter, David. Just find a way to get these guys the ball in space.
And you already started, man. Making that big play, opening up this offense. This quarterback is feeling good about himself. I wouldn't be surprised if they give it right back to him.
Got 8 on first down. Now looking at a 2nd and 2. To the ground with the back. And the Yellow Jackets get enough for the first down.
Well, I know this is an offensive line that has a ton of pride. They want to come out each and every game and really impose their will on the D-line. They got just enough push there on that run play to pick up the first.
At the 35, he's got room. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense.
And you're going to hear this guy's name a lot. They're going to ride the big fella. He's such a stud. They're going to build the offense around him. This is just game 1, but you're going to get a lot of big runs from this cat.
The Yellow Jackets getting set on 1st and 10. Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again. And the defense finally makes the stop after the sweet run and good gains. He's got 42 yards rushing already. You want to talk about establishing the running game. They're doing that in the season opener. They'll leave it with him. Picked up maybe a yard. It's down at the 16. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. This quarterback part of their running game. And a decent gain there before the defense makes the stop. They'd love to pick up this 3rd down and get a fresh set with 1st and goal. Got it! And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Yellow Jackets!
And this offense is firing on all cylinders right now. Starting the year, game 1, and creating a little bit of a pad and separation at the end of this first half. But you can see why so many people are really excited about this offense this season.
And with the extra point, they now have a 3-possession lead at 17. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. Fielded in the end zone. It's Williams. Pulled down at the 18, and the decision to bring it out of the end zone was not a good one. Iowa State has the ball back. The Cyclones ready to go on offense. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse.
That's right. The opponent, they're firing on all cylinders right out of the gate. Offensively, for this unit, they've been slow and struggling. They need an explosive play to wake themselves up.
Yeah, and it's just the first quarter, so it's not the end of the world. You've seen slow starts, but you got to continue to pick and pick and pick until you find that play or that scheme that you can use against this defense.
I give the tight end a lot of credit for holding on to the football. I know he's a big guy, but he just got whacked.
Comes out throwing on 1st down. Catch in the middle. It's Seagal. He's brought down. Solid pickup, but a little bit short of the 1st down.
Really good offenses are able to attack short. You've got to be able to attack the whole field to make you honor that underneath part, then the intermediate part, and then you take shots down the field. This will loosen up some shots for later in the game.
And he'll pick up the 1st down, but he got drilled on that tackle. And this set of downs gets started from the 33, 1st and 10. He's going to pass. Unloads to the wideout. Makes the grab. A quick tackle made, but he's got plenty for the 1st down. And the Cyclones are threatening in the red zone. They'll go to the ground. Runs through the tackle. And he finds some solid space, makes a nice game before the defense is able to stop him. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a 1st without scoring. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. And you can forget running in the middle against this defense. Not a lot of ground to cover and not much to defend. A big 3rd down in the red zone. On the option. Now the toss. And they just didn't get anybody on that defense out of position, and they will lose yardage on that one. Looks as if they'll send out the field goal unit. It's good. He could have hit a string right in the middle of the uprights there. So they were able to put up a 3 spot on that last drive, and now the kickoff team out there as they prepare to put boot to leather. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. The Georgia Tech offense rolls back onto the field. Boy, David, they would love to stack another touchdown on top of that last drive.
And this offense did such a good job on the last drive. Everything in rhythm, moved the ball down the field, didn't make those mistakes, Jesse, and they need to do it again on this one.
Yeah, you're right. They had the defense on their heels. You wonder what sort of communication was going on that sideline. What sort of changes were they able to make, because they got to stop the bleeding right now.
Now, that's what you're trying to do as a defense. Limit those damages when they run the football. Get them on the ground, short gains to set your defense for positive situations down the road.
And he'll be taken down, but he does have enough for the first down.
Wow, the running back there showing you his skill set as he's able to rip off that one for a first down.
And the Yellow Jackets will have it 1st and 10. Hand off from the shotgun. And a pickup of 8 opens a world of opportunities on 2nd and 2.
Well, it's plays like that that'll help this offense stay in rhythm all game long. If you can have that kind of success on first down running the football, it just opens up your entire playbook moving forward.
Nice pickup there. Gets him the first down and sets him up at the 45-yard line.
That has got to be demoralizing if you're on defense because they just ran the ball right up the middle, down your throats, and they gashed you.
They're trying to get to it. And there was nowhere to go for this quarterback, and down he goes.
This defense needed something to go right. Man, they're down big already in the first half. Get to the quarterback, get him on the ground. This could start some momentum going back the other direction.
You see these windows, they're getting smaller and smaller to throw into. Really nice job by the defense that time, getting a hand in there and knocking that ball away.
Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. Quarterback changing the plays at the line. On 3rd and long, no secret what he needs here. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete and 4th down's coming. The Yellow Jackets will punt this one away. First time we've seen their punt team this afternoon. Fair catch called for and made. Both teams wanted to establish the run, and they have done exactly that in the first quarter. Now the challenge here, they've taken a punch, but they can't let it get out of hand as we start the second. First down to start the drive after the break. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. Tackle is made at the 28 after a pickup of 3.
And sticking to the run. I'll tell you what, a lot of teams that are really good are really stubborn, and they continue to run the football even with little success. So this offense is going to continue to focus on running the football, you can tell.
And it's incomplete. It was wild, high and wide on that one. They've made 3rd down offense a key. It'll be tested on 3rd and long from the 28. From the gun, wants to pass. It's complete to the left. Excellent job working through the air. They're finding a hole in that defense and picking up a first down. The Cyclones want to crank the tempo.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown. That was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm, and what better way than converting on 3rd down. Awesome job by the quarterback getting through his progression.
Set up for 2nd and short after that completion. Off the play fake. The freshman able to get home with the sack.
He tried to go play action, but that did not affect the defensive tackle. He was bull rushing his guy, collapsing the pocket. He comes away with the sack.
On 3rd and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. Makes the grab on the left. And sure, tackling there to keep him from getting to the first down marker. And the Cyclones line up to punt it away. Kicks it high, and it's just hanging there as if it has helium in it and floating down toward the earth. And the returner goes down. Georgia Tech has the ball back, and here comes the Yellow Jacket offense. They'll have another opportunity to extend this lead after punting last time, David.
And it's important to put that punt behind you. It's over. Let it go. Get back to what you were doing that built this lead.
Yeah, and defense, obviously, they won a few downs that last drive. So
the expressway is wide open. And chunk plays are the name of the game, and they get one here before the defense finally makes the stop.
This defense really needs to be careful, and they have to play with great eye discipline, understanding where the football is at all times. Moving forward, they have got to know if this guy has the ball, because he is dangerous in space.
They make the stop, but there is a flag on the field. We'll see what that's all about.
Hold it.
That penalty moves the ball back 10 yards. We'll replay the down. A first down for the offense. Looking to throw, it's Grove. Using the back as a receiver on the screen. Not a whole lot of room there on that screen pass as it just never developed. Now on second down after the short completion. He's looking to throw. They're working that left side. Plows through the defense. And he's dragged down.
This defense is going to have to be careful. Not only do they have to worry about this guy running the football, but they've got to keep their eye on him when he runs routes too. He is a versatile back.
Unloads to the right. How about that play to get a hand in there and force the incompletion?
Well, on third and short and field goal range, they dial up the pass play. Quarterback was trying to get through his progressions. There was just simply nobody open. Couldn't make an accurate enough throw. Ball falls incomplete. Now setting up a big decision here on fourth down.
Tackle is made after the first down. And the Yellow Jackets are on the move. They'll throw it on first down. A shot for the end zone. And he's got it. Touchdown, Georgia Tech.
And this offense gets on the board, and the first passing touchdown of the season, and I feel pretty confident saying the first of many. This offense looks like they're in a good rhythm, and this passing attack's going to be hard to stop.
Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Guys, let's get you up to speed on what's going down in this fun college football game today. South Carolina is down, but they are not out of it. Not there in Columbia, one of the most special places to watch a game in all of college football. It's a touchdown game. They're trailing by 7 to Oklahoma. Just another week of college football where we've come to expect the unexpected, fellas.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Looking to go up top on first down. Out of the backfield, he's open. And he was just a couple of steps away from taking that one even further after the catch.
I like the running back there on the route and the patience he showed, really setting it up. Got to the defender, was able to put his foot in the ground, get some separation, catch it, and turn upfield for the first.
And the tackle was made, but there has been a flag thrown.
Hold it.
They say you could call holding on every play. Well, they did on that one. First down here for the offense. Use the play fake, now to throw. And he'll chuck it into the cheap seats there and save the down. Nobody getting open there. Now on second down after the incompletion. He's looking to throw. Using the quick game. And this one will be stopped for no gain. They line up with some serious work to do if they want to convert this one. On third and long, doesn't need to take the check down. A strike downfield. Touchdown, Iowa State. What a grab and go for the score.
And cue DBs love their big tight ends, especially guys that can do such great things after the catch. He catches it. Dang, Palmer, he looks like a daggum receiver after he catches the football.
What a matchup nightmare, too, man. I mean, he's just too big for DBs to cover, and he's too fast for linebackers to cover. If I'm this QB, I'm looking that guy's way a lot more often in this one.
Not going to risk a return here. He'll make the fair catch. The Rambling Wreck offense rolls back onto the field. Jesse looking to take it down the field for back-to-back touchdowns.
I think it's really important for them moving forward, too, to have a lot of balance, right? You want to be able to keep this defense guessing, Paul.
Yeah, and you got me searching for answers after that last drive. You stack another drive on top of this, their defense's heads are going to be spinning all over the place.
Excellent coverage and good use of the hands to knock it away.
Yeah, and those corner routes are tough to throw for an offense. You try to force it, in between coverage a lot of times, and you could tell it was great defense. Nice job getting the hand in the air, getting it on the football, and making sure that receiver can't make a play.
Well, that's one the DB, I think, would like to have back. Out route, he was in man coverage. If he could have just got out of his break a little bit sooner, he might have had a chance to intercept that one and take it to the house.
And he's down at the 41. That's a first down. The Yellow Jackets racing to the line in the hurry-up. That time they were in their own territory. That took some lower intestinal fortitude.
It definitely did. And listen, if that's what you're going to be, that's who you're going to be. You're going to be that kind of offense and be aggressive, then stick with who you are. And apparently, nowadays, going for it on your own end, it really ain't nothing anymore.
Makes the catch. It's Schmidt. Oh, he just handled it poorly, and it's a fumble. They recover their own fumble. How in the world did the offense avoid that disaster? Better find the earplugs. Here comes the noise, backing this defense on third down. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. And the Yellow Jackets will send out the punt unit. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Bringing it back, it's Williams. Was looking for more running room, but found nothing but more tacklers. He's down at the 24. Iowa State sending the offense back out. This feels like a pivotal moment. Get the ball back on the punt. You need to put points on the board on this drive.
Yeah, it's a sense of urgency right now has got to be high for this offense. Trailing the way they are here, David, they've got to be able to put something together, score some points, and build confidence.
Yeah, it's not panic time, but you do want to build that confidence and find something that you can do well to start to build on. I think this offense is starting to figure themselves out a little bit.
And he'll run across the sidelines after the good gain. It'll be third and short from their own 33. Trying to pick it up on the ground. Breaks the tackle. And they'll spot it at the 38, and that'll be plenty for the first down. The Cyclones come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Trying to find his man on first down. Receiver looks it in. It's complete. They'll get the first down. It's spotted on the 49. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and this thing has been one-sided, and they hope to at least have something to feel good about going into halftime. He'll come out throwing on first down. Back open in the middle. They make the stop after the catch, and still some work to do to pick up that first down. He wants to throw here on second down. And that one's incomplete.
This offense just has to find a way to find a rhythm here. They're playing at home, and they want this crowd to stay involved and be an asset in the game, but they need to start making plays. They can't keep throwing incompletions this early.
Got his man downfield. And he almost ran away from everybody on that one. A huge pickup on that play.
And this defense is going to have their hands full because they're going to need to be comfortable with guys one-on-one on islands in the perimeter of the field, and they're just going to have to make better plays than what we saw right there. They knew this offense was going to try to be aggressive. Going to need better effort in the back end for this defense.
There's a timeout called as this offense tries to find a way to draw a little closer. Operating in the red zone here on second down. He's looking to throw. Quarterback feeling the pressure, and down he goes at the 22. Ninth play of the drive coming up, but this one will be tough. 3rd and long. Pocket starts to collapse. And here comes the pressure, and there he goes down again. Timeout called here by the defense. It's their first of the half. They've decided to try to go for the field goal here. And this kicker might be feeling it. He made one earlier, now from 49 yards out. Never a doubt. Right down the middle. So they put the field goal on the board and about to kick it away, and hoping that'll be the final points of this first half. No return coming. He'll call for the fair catch. The Georgia Tech offense rolls back onto the field. They've got time, they've got the lead, and David is sort of like a doctor. First, do no harm.
Do no harm, but also momentum is hard to create and sometimes hard to stop. You have it, so Jesse, don't do anything stupid.
And the defense gets to the quarterback. The offense calls timeout. It's the second one they've used this half. The pocket broke down, and the quarterback had to take the sack.
Really impressed by this pass rush, Reese. Just guys winning their individual battles one-on-one up front. They're able to get to the quarterback.
He's out past the 35. Oh, look out. There he goes. A huge gain on that one before he ran out of bounds, and he has the first down.
Yeah, defensively, you better be ready to run east and west when you're playing against this offense in their running game. That time, the offense was able to outflank the defense to the right side for a big play.
Extending the play. And he gets out of there and gets some yardage and gets down without taking any punishment. The Yellow Jackets are in the hurry-up. He's looking to throw it. Pressure coming. Caught. Finds a crease at the 20. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down.
This offense is clicking, everything working together really well. Coordinator, quarterback, offensive line. Good rhythm, good flow. Defense is going to have to find something to kind of mess up this timing they got going on.
Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance.
Well, the offensive line has got to give him at least a little bit of time to survey the field. He had no chance that time, getting hit almost immediately after he got the ball.
Pre-snap motion in the backfield. Quarterback reacting to what the D is showing. On second down, they'll take to the air. And it's incomplete, but there's a flag in the backfield. Let's see who the call's on.
Hold it, offense.
Just an obvious holding call there, and one that just kills an offense's momentum. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. On second down, just keeps firing. Lets it fly deep downfield. And makes the grab in the end zone. Touchdown, Yellow Jackets!
This quarterback really does a nice job seeing the field and reading coverage. And when you go empty and you spread the defense out, it's easier to see what the defense is doing.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And with the extra point, they're on top by 18. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And they closed that drive going to the air for the final few inches and the score. You get that touchdown right before the half, build the momentum, and the last thing you need to do is mess it up by allowing a big kickoff return. From inside his own 10, let's see what he gets. And the return man reaches the end of the line, and down he goes. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Thanks, fellas. The end of a very intriguing first 2 quarters of football in Ames. Toughest job inside that stadium right now might just be the scoreboard operator after all those first downs and touchdowns. Big plays have defined this one, thanks to 2 of the best receiving core in all of college football. Let's see if these defenses can adjust and make the necessary chess moves. And with that, let's send it back to the guys at Jack Trice Stadium.
And the Cyclones will kick it away first, and we'll start the second half. On the move from inside his 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. Georgia Tech has the ball back, and here comes the Yellow Jacket offense. They'll start the third quarter with the run. Finds his way ahead for 5, and now they've got it at the 28.
I like this guy as a running back because he can run between the tackles and he can also go outside. He can really do it all.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. They'll give it to the back. And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup.
Well, they get another big run for a first down, and if you're on offense, you love the way your offensive line is blocking early in this game. They're getting tremendous movement, and they're making life pretty easy for these running backs right now.
And a nice solid pickup there before the defense wrestles him to the ground.
You want to talk about making it easy for an offensive coordinator. You pick up a bunch of yards on first down, make that second down really, really manageable. That's a great job by the offense.
This offense has to get this guy the ball in as many ways as possible. He showed you all of his tools on that last play.
And the Yellow Jackets have their offense in high gear. After run, now throw. Tip ball, put it up for grabs, and I thought he had it, but somehow it slithered through his fingers.
You know, this defense knew the offense was going to try to take shots vertically down the field and do it in a variety of ways. That time, they were able to defend the corner route and swat the ball down.
Using his feet. Only a couple there, and now staring at 3rd and 8.
You know, I really like this QB running the football because I know he's got a lot of speed. He's not the biggest guy in the world, so he's not going to be able to break a lot of tackles. So you really got to do a good job of trying to scheme ways to get him out in more space.
On 3rd down, he drops the throw. And they won't be able to connect downfield, looking for a big-time play.
Really nice 3rd down sub defense there that time. It's 3rd and long. They're expecting pass. They're mixing up their looks. They're trying to change the picture pre-snap to post-snap to confuse the quarterback. Now forcing the incompletion, setting up 4th.
Quick strike complete. Ripping off a good chunk inside the 25, and they're set up with a first down.
Wow, and that was just a bang-bang play. On that 4th down, the coverage was tight. QB had his receiver. He knew where he wanted to go with it, but the only way that ball gets completed is if he puts a little extra mustard on it, and he shows you the arm talent on the throw.
And they drag him down, but not before he picks up the first down.
This is going to be a big key for him, David, with the lead here in the second half, running the football, right? Staying on the field and bleeding the clock.
Yeah, run the football, you're ahead, you can be a little bit more conservative. But again, this opens up the pass. This keeps everything in balance for this offense.
Going to work in the red zone, they can pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. Movement here from the tight end. From the gun, the running back looking for room. Touchdown, Georgia Tech! And the beatdown has ensued.
Well, this offense said they wanted to start the year all gas and no brakes, and that's exactly what this game has shown. From the very opening whistle, this offense has been in sync. They've been explosive. Defense has had no answer for them. This unit is going to give teams problems because of their playmaking ability all year long.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Iowa State has the ball back. The Cyclones ready to go on offense. Guys, that last trip a little disappointing having to take the 3.
Yeah, and I think, Jesse, you see so many offenses talk about getting yards and the tempo and all the stuff they do. It was a nice job moving the football, but they got to get in the end zone this time.
Yeah, and I think to do that, they just got to be more physical at the point of attack, get some push up front. They need to be the best running team in this game to win.
So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. The offense set for a first down play. Leaves it with the running back. At the 20, he's got space. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down. And on second down for this offense. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry. If they can convert here, that type of play can really give you a shot of momentum. Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. Oh, and he just flat dropped it. You do not see this guy do that very often. It'll be fourth down.
Every defense in the country talks about getting offenses in predictable third and long situations where I can bring on more speedsters and I know the pass is coming so I can have more success.
Here's the return. He was working his... field, but they'll stop him at the 46-yard line. The rambling wreck offense rolls back onto the field. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute there.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what you've been doing. You got a big lead. Let's just keep piling it on until they find an answer.
And that is just an attitude run, running it right up the middle, right into the teeth of that defense.
Now on first down from the 43. He wants to throw. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. From the gun. Give on the inside.
And a nice job by the running back, finding space, getting downhill, making the good run. Great job finishing with his opponents.
From the 36, a third down, and you wonder if they're willing to take 2 plays to get the first. And they make the tackle, but he has plenty for the first down.
It's hard to stop great runners. It really is. That's why you run the football consistently. You got a big offensive line, a big physical unit. You run the football like this, man, it will take a toll later. But you got to tackle this guy over and over again who has this ability to make people miss and make big plays.
And the ball is intercepted. Bringing it back. What a play he made. Makes the interception, then takes it back to the 36. Great spot to start this drive for the offense. Motion trying to get the defense to show his hand. Quickly to the tight end. And he won't quite get there, but boy, after that pickup, just a few inches to go for the first, an array of possibilities here. Fires to the tight end. Wrestled to the ground after picking up the first down. They're down to the 20, first and 10. Looking to move it through the air. Finds his big tight end. And he laid the lumber to stop him from getting the first down. The Cyclones have taken it inside the 20. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. They line up, and it is a long way to the sticks from here. On third down, going up top. Working that left side now.
Oh, he just needed to stretch the ball out a few inches more, and he would have picked up the first down. It was a great individual effort there on third down, getting back a bunch of yards, and now they're in a position to go for it here on fourth.
He rumbles all the way down to the 2-yard line. He gave a little bit of everything on that one. And the Cyclones have this offense rolling. From the gun. And that ball is hauled into the end zone, but he is just out of bounds. It'll be incomplete. Got stopped on first down. They'll try it again from the 2. Trying to pound their way in. And he takes it to the house. Touchdown, Cyclones!
With that last touchdown now, they're trying to create some momentum. They're trying to avoid starting the season 0-1. They know they've got a lot of work to do here in the second half, but you should be feeling pretty good about that last score. Now you've got to keep that up.
About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. From inside the 10, here he comes. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. The Georgia Tech offense rolls back onto the field. After that last pick, David, they really need to take care of the ball this time.
No doubt. And Palmer, I want to know what Spurrier said to you on the sideline after a pick.
Do that again, and you'll be right here beside me for the rest of the game. You got to go out. You got to call your plays, and I hope this coaching staff isn't going to be afraid to throw it this drive.
I love when you throw the fullback a bone. The dude is so unselfish, blocks the whole game. Give him a bone every now and again.
Well, of course you like the fullbacks because you wish you had been a fullback. Some wanted to make you a fullback, and you were great. Could have been even greater.
Or I could have been a defensive lineman and a three-time All-American in the first-round draft.
So they're facing 3rd and short from the 25. From the gun, wants to pass. Grabbed over the middle. It's Schmidt. He is tackled, but it'll be a fresh set of downs. He might have expected to see this DB up in his receiver's kitchen. Instead, nice little zone, and they pick up the first.
Man, offenses are getting so good, Reese, at seeing the holes in the zone, knowing you're in zone, knowing where to sit down, how to make it an easy pitch and catch for the quarterback, and that's what it was on 3rd and short.
And he's tripped up, but not before picking up the first down. The Yellow Jackets want to move quickly.
And he's a little bit short, but how about the effort? At least he laid out. You see so many quarterbacks slide nowadays to protect themselves. He laid out for the first down. Unfortunately, he's a little bit short.
All wideouts, no backs. Now he's looking to throw it. Trying to burn this defensive back. And that's going to be incomplete. Going for broke on 2nd down, but 3rd down's coming up.
I don't blame the quarterback for taking that shot either, man. He's cooked up with this guy twice today for scores. Give him another try. They just couldn't get on the same page on that.
3rd and short from the 49. Is this 4-down territory? Quarterback will audible. They're going to go to the air on 3rd and short. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's 4th down. No hesitation at all. The offense stays on the field. They'll go for it. On 4th down, going to the air. He's got a first down and maybe a lot more. Good job running that route to get past the sticks because he got nothing after the catch.
That's a great example of the receiver knowing exactly where the first down marker is. He got the depth he needed to get, so once he was able to make the catch, he already knew he had it, and now a fresh set of downs.
And that's a very productive first down play and bringing up 2nd and 3.
I know it's sexy to throw the football, but if you can pound it away and get these kind of gains, they will just add up, wear the defense down, get first downs, and ultimately get some points.
Looking for a crease to the left. And the Yellow Jackets get it past the sticks.
First down for the offense.
Guys, we've reached the end of the quarter, and Georgia Tech has the lead. And they've built a comfortable lead after 3 quarters of play. Let's take a look at how we've gotten here. One more quarter to go, and it looks as if we are ready to play. They'll start the drive here with first down to open this period. Here's the handoff. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Lost yardage on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. He's looking to throw. Working the middle of the field, and it's complete. They make the stop, but this passing game does some damage, and they move the sticks with the first down. The Yellow Jackets come to the line with a new set of downs. They'll try the run. Dropped after a pickup of 4 down to the 16.
You know, as a defense, you kind of want to force the give on the RPO. You want them to run the football, and you can tell maybe the quarterback wishes he pulled this. Small gain, but some information you gathered maybe for the next time you get to run an RPO.
He's looking for a man on second down. That's caught. It's Schmidt. That completion will take it close to the 5-yard line. They'll mark it at the 6.
You know what's interesting? At this point of the game, with the lead in the fourth quarter, the defense is expecting them to run the ball, and because they're putting so many guys close to the line of scrimmage, they're taking advantage, throwing it 2 straight completions now back-to-back.
He works his way ever closer all the way down to the 1-yard line.
I think you have to like what you see if you're the coaching staff here. Your offense is on the field, and it looks like you got a pretty good drive going, and you're just going to try and keep this thing marching, keep the clock ticking. You've got a really nice lead here late. Just want to find ways to keep the chains moving. They're doing it.
3rd and goal, where the fire purifies and separates contenders and pretenders. Touchdown, Yellow Jackets! And the pummeling has started.
Touchdown.
Yeah, and how about this offense, man? Putting another drive together, getting in the end zone. And here's the deal. Going on the road, handling these conditions in game 1, they've done a phenomenal job.
And the extra point was good to finish things off. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. From inside the 10-yard line, he'll bring it back. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Iowa State sending the offense back out. To the air on 1st down. Got his man in the middle. They make the stop right there. Good pickup, but still short of the 1st down. A little bit more to go after that last completion. They'll try to pick it up on 2nd down. He's looking to throw. Catch in the middle, it's Siegel. And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup. Now they'll line it up from the 44 on 1st and 10. He's going to pass. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
And the quarterback gets hit again. We already know this defense has gotten home to him multiple times in this game. So here you are, you're trailing in the game. Defense knows you're going to throw it. They're pinning their ears back. You can't feel very confident right now if you're the play caller, certainly if you're the quarterback, that you're going to have time to throw.
This guy is doing work on the outside, and the sweet toe tap to stay in bounds there.
How about the sweet feet? I mean, it's so hard to know where you're at on the sidelines and have good body control, and you could tell he did. Gets the feet down, secures the catch. That is a nice catch. Nice footwork, young fella.
The Cyclones are marching down the field. He wants to throw it again. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Wants to fire on 2nd down. Quickly complete.
And defensively, this is exactly what you want, right? You got the big lead, so you can play big zone coverages. Just keep the ball in front of you. Keep your eye on the quarterback. Rally to the football. Gang tackle. You're going to win this game.
Caught near the sticks. It's Jones. Working their way closer and closer. A 3rd down conversion, and they've got it at the 26. Going up top on 1st down. Throws to the wideout. Got his man. Let me tell you, this senior quarterback can flat fitted in a tight window. Now down to the 12-yard line. It's first down. Handoff to the lone back. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. From the gun, they'll try the middle. Strikes the blow. And he's sprinting. He'll take it all the way. Touchdown, Iowa State. Ready to try the point after. Follow the blockers. The offensive line will take you to the hallelujah land.
And I tell you what, most of the time, Lisa, requires a little bit of skill to find that hole and slither through a little crack. That was not a crack. That was wide open. Didn't take a lot of vision because the blocking was outstanding.
The deficit is huge. This one is all but over, but they'll keep trying and line up for the onside kick. That's why they call them the hands team. They're able to secure the onside kick. First down here for the offense. Leaves it with the back. After the pickup of 9, it's 2nd and 1.
It's a point in the game, I think, as a coaching staff where you really challenge your offensive line to go win the football game, right? We've got to lead late. We're going to run the football. And the defense and everybody in the stadium knows that's what's going to happen. Can we run the ball down their throats and impose our will? That's what this offense right now is trying to do.
They've got a 1st and 10 at the 34. They go to the ground. Just making a play, getting it to the 23-yard line. It'll be first down.
That is just demoralizing if you're on defense, right? You're down in the game. It's the 4th quarter. You know you need to get a stop, and you know they're going to run the ball, but you can't do anything about it.
And the Yellow Jackets will snap it on 1st and 10. Give to the big fullback. A solid pickup there before the defense is able to make the stop. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Now inside 4 minutes to go here on 2nd down. On the ground, trying to pull the plug on this clock. And he's knocked down, but there's also a flag that's been dropped. Let's check on the call. We'll repeat the previous down, but this time the offense has 10 more yards it has to cover. Now on 2nd down. He's looking to throw. And it's picked off. The return never really got started, but boy, he has set his team up at the 28.
I just love the fact that the defense is out there. They're still battling and they're still fighting. Obviously, they're way down here late in the 4th quarter, but they still think they have a chance to win. Don't tell them the game's over. That's a great individual effort on that interception.
Got his man all by it. He's run out of bounds, but not before. Turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down. He's looking to throw it. Lofts one high and deep. Makes the catch down the right side. They'll finally put the brakes on him at the 3. A big throw, catch and run on that one. 1st and goal and a great opportunity to slice into this lead. He's looking to throw. It's complete. And they pick up just a few on that completion. And the Cyclones come to the line in the hurry up. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Feeling some heat. And the defense makes a play, sacking him back at the 10. They'll come to the line just trying to keep their hope alive on 3rd and goal. From the gun, wants to pass. Lets it go to the end zone. And it's caught. Touchdown, Cyclones.
One of the areas they really focused on with this receiver in the offseason was, we need you to make more plays for us in the end zone. If we're taking shots, we need you to be able to step up and make tough catches. David, what a grab right there.
And I think a lot of that has to do with trusting your guy, knowing where he's going to be, knowing when he's going to sit down, when he's not, so being on the same page, and then having a guy that can go get it. Just when the ball is near him, he's going to make the play, just like he did right there for 6 points.
Georgia Tech has the ball back, and here comes the Yellow Jacket offense. Boy, they had that last drive moving a little bit, David, but then the mistake just crushed them.
Yeah, those mistakes are going to happen. You're going to throw the football, you're going to throw interceptions, but I think I stay aggressive with this offense. I get back to what I did in the first part of that drive, what made me successful.
I agree, David. Just turn the page if you're a quarterback, right? On this drive, you did a lot of good things there leading up to that pick. Forget about it, move on, play the next play.
Oh, what a spin. They get him on the ground, but not before he rumbles all the way to the 5.
Well, it's a long gain on the jet sweep. How good is he in the open field, guys? Making guys miss. He's allowing his blocks to set up and then getting upfield.
Movement from the linebackers trying to mess with the offensive line's assignments. Keeping it on the ground on 1st and goal. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. Be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
We've reached the 2-minute warning, and this offense is that much closer to salting away a victory. Can the D deny them on 2nd and goal? He'll run it to the middle, looking for the end zone. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. Referee signals timeout. It's the defense wanting to make sure that they have everything just right with a big play coming. They're going to throw it on 3rd and goal. Got it in the middle. It's Smith. And they've got him down after the short completion, but they inch closer and closer to pay dirt. The offense calls a timeout to stop the clock. He splits the uprights and puts 3 on the board. And that lead grows even bigger. They'll kick it away after putting up a field goal on that last drive. Here's the return from inside his 10. And he did a good job bobbing and weaving and finding a little bit of running room on that return. Iowa State has the ball back. The Cyclones ready to go on offense. That last drive, an absolute aerial assault for the touchdown, Jesse.
And it was a nice job in play calling, too, David, just giving the quarterback some easy looks and reads so he could go out and execute.
And he knew exactly where to go with the football. Everything looked really, really easy. He was hot. The ball was coming out of his hands. The defense better do something different.
He's looking for an open man on 2nd down. Fires to the big fella. And they reacted well to the completion, but it was too late to keep them from getting the 1st down. They'll throw it on 1st down. Got his man quickly. Stopped at the 46-yard line, but give him 10 yards and the 1st down. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. The Cyclones will line it up on 1st and 10.
29 Philly. 2-9 Philly.
They want to just keep throwing it. Quickly out to the tight end. And he goes out of bounds after a nice pickup on that one.
Yeah, and tight ends aren't just line up and block guys. These guys are athletes. You line them up all over the field. And nowadays, you can start to feature them more and more in the passing game.
Throws to the back. Able to get a foot down in bounds and make the catch.
Well, this offense has a ton of work left ahead of them here in this 2-minute situation late in the game, but the drive off to a good start. You get the first down, you get out of bounds, you're working the perimeter of the field. That is exactly what you want to do.
Fires to the wideout. That is just a sideline clinic. Roll, catch, toe drag, everything you want.
Well, that's exactly why you practice these 2-minute situations. The quarterback knew exactly where to go. He's trying to work the sideline, save some clock. Great route by the receiver getting open, making the catch, getting out of bounds. And this drive is off to a pretty good start.
They've moved it into scoring territory, 1st and 10 from the 11. And he dropped it, just didn't look the thing all the way in. Going to work on 2nd down, and the red zone is still some ground to cover to pick up that 1st down. After the incompletion, they go back up top. Touchdown, Iowa State! A Lazarus-like comeback is underway.
And listen, still a ways to go, but great job by this offense getting you back in the ballgame. Now, we got a 1-possession game. We got our score. We did what we're supposed to do. Now, how do we get this stop? Now, the defense has to come up big and get me the rock back.
And it's up and good as they draw just a touch closer. They march 72 yards, and they finish it with an 11-yard touchdown dart. They've got enough time to get another score, but they have to get the ball back on this onside kick. Looks as if the hands team will be able to recover the ball.
And this is why you put your hands... The time when you know it's coming and you put those guys that are great catchers of the football. The first guys, what do? They go block. They go blow somebody up. The next guys catch the football, secure it, get your butt on the ground. And most of the time when you do this, the ball game is over.
He stopped just a chain link or two away from the 1st down and sets them up beautifully here. The Yellow Jackets inside the final minute trying to wind this clock to 0. Running back searching for a hole. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. Looking to pick up a 1st down on 3rd and short from the 43. A designed run for the quarterback. Really nice job to convert that 3rd down, and they've got it at the 33.
Well, I don't know what the quarterback saw on that last play, but he made a pretty quick decision that he was just going to tuck it and run it, and his offensive coordinator is glad he did. How about the speed by the QB on that play?
I know a lot of people thought this was going to be a blowout, but this team said, just when you think you have all the answers, I change the questions.
It's so true, Reese. I mean, they had a lot of dudes that we were talking to leading up to this game just had a chip on their shoulder. They just didn't feel like they were being respected, and they wanted to come out and they wanted to prove a point. And David, they did exactly just that.
And it's so much easier to be the underdog. It's so much easier to coach that team when you go, hey, they're ranked. Everybody's talking about them. You don't have a chance. It just builds all that momentum, all that hate, and you just pour it out on the field.
That's going to do it for us from here. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.